Welcome to the Fitness Influencer Podcast with Joe March. Our goal every week is to give you the information you'll need to build your brand. We'll interview successful influencers who will teach you the tips and tricks that really work and explore different business models you can use to start making money.
Hi, my name is Joe March, a longtime financial professional turned personal trainer. I'm now navigating the world of how to become a fitness influencer. Join me each week as I interview established influencers to find out how they turn their passions for health and fitness into profitable brands. This week I interviewed Michele Smith. Before starting her career in fitness, Michele worked into her 40s as a model, modeling everything from lingerie to shoes. Now in her 60s, Michele is running her company Forever Fit With Michele, where she works with clients going through hormonal changes in a one-on-one environment, creating personalized nutrition plans and workout routines. In our interview, Michele shared some of her strategies that she's used to grow her business on social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. She provided tips on what social media strategies have worked best for her and what strategies to avoid.
The name of my company is Forever Fit with Michele, with one L. I have an LLC corporation, and I'm a nutritionist and fitness coach. And I work primarily with men and women who are going through hormonal changes. So women who are going through perimenopause, like in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, and menopause, 60s, and men who are going through andropause, because men go through the same thing. I like to work with those because it's very difficult to change one's body once you get older because of your estrogen and your hormone level fluctuating all the time. So I like to work with that because I have the experience with myself doing that. So that's what I do.
Do you have any kind of a medical background, or is it just experience over time that you've been doing everything?
Experience. Because when I started doing this, nobody else was doing it. Nobody knew. Even now, a lot of people don't know what bioidentical hormone therapy is. They have no idea.
Yeah.
So I stumbled into it when I was 44, and it just changed my life.
Was when you were 44 your first introduction into working in fitness, or were you working in fitness before then?
No, I started working in fitness on my own for myself, not as a business. When I was about 32 years ago, I was in my early 30s.
We have that in common.
That's when I started working out. And then some guy at the gym that I was working, he mentioned that I had great muscle mass, blah, blah, blah. If I wanted to compete, he would train me. And that's how I started competing.
And the rest is history?
And the rest is history.
What were you doing professionally before you started working in fitness?
I was a model.
Okay. What kind of work were you doing as a model?
Not fashion shows because I'm not that tall.
Uh-huh.
But I was doing a lot of editorial. I was working for different companies, like I worked for a lingerie company for 18 years. I worked for a shoe company because I modeled shoes too for another 18 years, the same time.
Yeah.
And I did a million things, but that was my bread and butter for a long time. And
then when did you start working in fitness?
Well, first of all, what led me to work out, to train, is that since I was modeling, I didn't want to lose my gig. And I was already like 30, maybe 29 at the time. And I said, this is it. So I figured if I get my body in better shape, I look better than everybody else and I keep my job. And that's exactly what happened.
and still going 30 plus years later.
Still going. I modeled through my 40s, a little bit of my 50s. So
that's incredible. You're an inspiration to me and to many of my clients who see you in the gym.
Thank you. Thank you. All you have to do, all you have to do is work hard. You have to be consistent and work hard. Yeah. You have to want it hard enough. And I always wanted it hard enough.
Yeah. The dedication of the time you spend in the gym is a lot of hard work for sure.
Yes, it is.
When you first got into fitness, did you go right into personal training?
No. I was just doing that for myself because I was modeling. I was modeling lingerie primarily at the time. And I wanted to look tighter and fitter. So I had no intention whatsoever to go into the business, none whatsoever. I just wanted to look good. But somewhere in, 2006 or 7, I decided to go into the business because everybody kept saying to me, how do you look like that? How do you look like that? And that's all I was talking about to everybody. What do you eat? So that's when I went into the business. So I went back to school. I got, a certification. I went to school of nutrition, and here I am.
Did you go back and get a degree, or did you go back and take some certifications?
I have a degree, a 2-year degree. I didn't finish more than that because I didn't want to be a dietitian.
Right.
All I wanted to focus was on body composition improvement and, of course, being healthier. And since I also focus on hormone imbalance, I didn't want to go back to school for so many years. I just wanted to get the basics to look better.
Have you found there's any road bumps that you've hit in regards to nutrition coaching with things that you are not allowed to do because you're not a nutritionist?
Well, first of all, I'm not trying to be a dietitian, to treat people with health issues. That would be unethical of me if I did that.
Right.
I make it clear this is just to change your body, to get leaner, to build muscles, to lose weight. It's just for body composition improvement. And of course, I throw in to make them healthier because of my background in hormone imbalance.
Where did the background in hormone imbalance come from? Was that also just experience?
Experience, yeah, through different doctors. I mean, I could read the hormone panel from anybody and tell them what they need.
Yeah, there's not many people that have that specialty.
No.
And especially are able to combine it with their fitness.
Yes. I thought it was important to combine it. Yeah, definitely.
In terms of the nutrition planning that you do for your clients, what kind of plan do you create for them?
I create a plan according to their fitness level.
Okay.
How much they weigh, how much they need to lose, how much weight they need to lose, and also according to what they currently eat. Because if they eat a very unhealthy diet and I give them something completely healthy, they're going to look at me and just throw the plan away and go to McDonald's somewhere.
That is true.
So I try to give them a little bit of what they have already. I mean, I would never give somebody soda. Like if they drink soda, they're going to have to get rid of it. That's it. But if they eat bread, I will still give them bread for a little while, for a couple of weeks in order to adjust, and then start introducing other items into the nutrition plan so their body gets adjusted. Because I found out through the years that when I have a client that is very, very unhealthy, somebody who doesn't eat multiple meals a day, somebody who drinks soda, maybe somebody who drinks a lot of alcohol, or maybe eats McDonald's and pizza, and they start a nutrition plan that is healthy, they go through a depression period. They become very depressed for like 2 weeks. And because their comfort zone, their food is being taken away. So I try to just mask it, give them a little bit of bread or whatever until they get used to it. I also give them 5 meals a day. That's another thing, they have to get used to it. So what I typically do is I give them breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then the 2 snacks in between, I give them just a little snack just for them to get used to eating 5 meals. And 2 weeks later, I just give them 5 full-blown meals.
I'm sure that's a huge adjustment period also, if you're not used to having that structure of eating 5 times a day. But eventually it leads to separating out and having smaller meals and allowing your body to digest and metabolize a lot more efficiently.
Well, you burn more calories that way because it's fuel. It's like throwing, a log into a fireplace. If you don't put the food into your system to burn calories, you're not going to burn anything. There's not too many hours that my clients have without eating food. Because the longer you wait to eat, your metabolism slows down. And then you're not hungry anymore.
I'm guessing you don't subscribe to any particular fad diet?
No, none at all.
I like the laugh.
None at all. No intermittent, nothing, none. Everything is customized to the individual, and whole foods, no processed. That's how I like to work.
The traditional way. Have you ever dabbled yourself in any kind of dieting?
No, never. Oh, wait. Many years ago, I tried to gain weight because I have a problem gaining weight, and I was eating a lot of donuts. But that was before I was doing what I'm doing now.
You were opposite
I did gain weight. I got fat.
Oh man, yeah, I actually have that same problem, and I try to not overindulge in sweets to get my extra calories, but that's my weakness.
Yeah.
when you first started integrating online business, what platforms were you using?
My first platform was Facebook, which I don't really like it anymore, but I still post there. My number one platform is Instagram.
How were you advertising your business on Facebook?
First of all, I wanted to build my followers, because if you only have 150 followers, nobody's gonna trust you. So,
Yep.
so what I did was I hired a company, or I have hired different companies to help me increase my followers. So they do it different ways. Sometimes they follow people and they don't follow. There are different ways. Usually they work well for a few months and then they don't do anything for you.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I've done that a few times. I hired a few companies for that.
And you did that basically right off the bat when you were advertising on Facebook?
No, I started doing that maybe 3 years ago.
Okay. And that was mostly focused on Instagram building?
Yeah. Now I'm trying to focus on TikTok.
Yeah, that's the next frontier for sure.
But I still have to learn how to use it. I posted 2 pictures, and one, it became so popular of the 2 pictures that this guy imitated what I was doing to see if he could get as many likes, because I have like 85,000 likes or something like that. And it's a horrible video, by the way. I was just testing it out.
I'm gonna have to follow you now. That I haven't even downloaded TikTok yet, but it's
like
growing so much that it does look like fun, and it looks like that's where attention is starting to go now.
Yes.
When you first started hiring people to manage your content, was there a price limit that you looked at? Like, how did you know if there was somebody trying to rip you off, and how much money were you looking to spend?
They're usually, you can cancel it. You're not stuck with anybody. I don't get stuck with anybody for like a year or a 6-month thing.
Okay.
I think one of the companies gave me a deal for 3 months for like very little. I forgot how much it was. That was a few years ago. And I was getting a pretty good response from that. But I try not to pay more than like $150, although I have paid $195 a month.
A month. Okay.
I have, but I prefer to keep it like under 150. I try.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot, but 150 a month is not that unreasonable.
But then you have to think about all the other expenses. So 150 here, 200 there, right. So.
Of course. And you've had varied success through content managers?
Yeah. Yep.
Since you're targeting the 40-plus-year-old demographic, does that impact how you advertise online?
I've been trying to find the proper or the right hashtags in order to target that audience, but I'm not really that successful because I've been getting a lot of everything.
Yeah.
I just tend to get a lot of, I wish I could get just what I want, but I get a lot of everything.
Now, are you specifically advertising on Instagram, or are you still advertising online in general?
On Instagram.
On Instagram? Okay. The way you're targeting is completely based on hashtags?
Well, I'm talking about how the management who runs my account, how they do it. Some people, they do it with hashtags, or I could give them accounts that are similar to what I do, which is there's none, by the way, because I don't know any single person who works with men and women who are going through hormonal changes and can do this. I don't know one single person. I could find you a doctor, anti-aging doctor who could give you medications and creams and stuff like that. But somebody who could do training and nutrition, I don't know one. So I'm like the only person, actually, which is not necessarily good.
You're bringing up so many interesting things that I hadn't even thought of in terms of how you built your business. I guess since you were building something that didn't really exist before, how do you think that impacted your business building initially? And what did you have to do in order to convince people or show people that you were going to provide value?
My business could have grown a lot bigger had I been more consistent with it. I was trying to do too many things at the same time. I was trying to keep a lot of clients one-on-one. I was trying to grow my Instagram account. I was trying to do everything. So I did not focus much on my online business because, to be honest with you, I really wanted to be one-on-one because I can see the person. You know, I could take their body fat and see how much body fat they need to lose and so forth. And oftentimes when you work with people online, they don't see you and they just cheat and do, so I didn't want to.
Right.
But at this point, I want to 100% because things are very different now.
Yeah. Are you looking to change into a model where you are creating some kind of a program for a mass audience, or you're still looking to do one-on-one? You're just going to be focusing online with
No,
your
I
one-on-one
still do it.
training?
I still do it one-on-one, even if it's online. So I got a client yesterday, for instance. She's 55 years old. I'm going to treat her the same way I treat my one-on-one clients. The only difference is that I don't see her in person.
Right.
But I'm still, you have to be very thorough responding to people. A lot of coaches, they don't respond back right away, which is a big mistake. So I'm pretty much trying to be on top of it. I try to customize it for the individual. I don't give anything cookie cutter because it doesn't work. It doesn't work out.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it doesn't work out.
Yeah. So that customized approach is all staying the same, specific to their hormone imbalances and everything that they need, but it's just going to be online rather than one-on-one.
Yes. Now, if the client doesn't go and have their hormones checked, like I suggest, I'm going to have to just give them the nutrition plan and their workout plan and hope for the best.
Right.
They're going to have to be very, very good at it. They have to be on top of it. I mean, I can't force them to go and have their hormones checked with a doctor. It will be better.
Yep. But especially now, I'm sure people are kind of wary to go to doctors.
Yeah, right now, yes.
And then going back to your Instagram focus. So when you're working with your content management team or your content manager, how do you target a specific audience?
For Instagram?
Yes.
What I've been doing is I just post videos targeted to the audience because all the followers that I've been getting is every age, unfortunately. Right. But I think the primary age that I get is from 30s to 40s.
Okay.
And then as it gets older, not so much, but also because older people are not on Instagram that much.
Right.
The older generation is not on Instagram. People who are 79 years old is not going to be on Instagram or 75 years old. But I could get somebody in their 50s and 60s, 40s. I pretty much make it clear that I'm 63 years old and that I could do a program for them. I don't hide it because once they read that, they see that, then they know to contact me. That's how I've been doing it.
Yeah, that has to sell itself as well.
Yeah.
So have you worked with your team at all to try and figure out strategies on Instagram to target older audiences, or are you just putting out content as you normally would and hoping that a percentage of that is in your demographic?
Yeah, because the only thing they do is just grow my followers.
Right.
That's the only thing they do. I have to do everything else. I have to come up with the content and post it. I have to post it myself. I mean, there are other companies that could do all that for you, but.
Yeah. Well, if in my journey I find some ways to target a specific audience on Instagram, I will come back to you and let you know.
Please do.
You started building your business up front on Facebook. Was that the first time you got into fitness, or did you start one-on-one in gyms?
When I first joined Instagram, I think it was right before I entered the business. I think I was just working on myself. I believe that's around the same time.
So how long did it take you to start earning money on Instagram in fitness?
Like a year.
No, that's important. I mean, a lot of people want to hear that it's immediate and that it's quick money, but in reality, you need to start putting out content and gaining a following before that immediately starts
The most important thing is that you have to put out content. If you fall back on that, people don't take you seriously and they forget you.
Yeah.
100%. So I was putting a lot of content for a while. If you remember, I was recording all my workouts at Equinox. So every time I worked out, I put it on video and I posted on Instagram. Unfortunately, somebody complained that they didn't like me recording videos.
So you weren't able to record anything?
I wasn't able to record anything.
Oh.
I mean, I think I could if somebody records it for me, but I don't think they like me having a tripod because they didn't want to come out. You know, there is always somebody everywhere that you go. There's always somebody complaining about something.
Yeah, and you see that so often at gyms.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they actually would have stopped that.
I know. Yeah. So because of that, I wasn't putting a lot of content for a while. So
how often were you posting your workouts?
I was posting it every day.
Every day?
Actually, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Right. And then I will post other things in between, you know.
And you would record your workout, then send it over to whoever was managing your content at the time?
Oh, no, I post that myself.
Okay. And how did you put your workout online? Was it just cuts of a couple different workouts?
If I'm doing legs, I just posted all my leg workout.
Gotcha.
If I was doing back, the same thing. Whatever I was doing, maybe I would put 5 out of 7, and then I would change to something else.
Gotcha.
That's all.
Makes sense. If there was a tip you wish somebody would have given you when you started building your brand on social media, what would it be?
Put content from the beginning. I wasn't putting any content at all. In the beginning, I was putting nothing. I just didn't know what to do with it.
Post.
Content.
How many times a day are you posting now? Or I guess before.
I don't suggest posting more than once or twice.
So once or twice a day tops.
Yeah, because people get bored. Like, oh, you again?
Yeah. Stay on people's minds, but don't overwhelm them.
Don't overwhelm them. Yeah.
That's definitely good advice. You told me you were writing a weekly newsletter. How are you distributing? How are you distributing the newsletter?
No longer. I did that for a long time. Initially, I used Constant Contact, and then I moved up to Infusionsoft.
Okay.
That's like the heavy hitter of all the platforms. Pay a lot of money for it, but they advertise. You could send newsletters. You could do anything with that, but it was so much money. I'm not paying for it anymore. It was like $250 a month.
Wow.
It's a lot of money.
What was the goal of the newsletter?
Just to attract clients. And I didn't get any clients through my newsletters, by the way. That's why I stopped. They loved it. They kept saying how much they loved it, but nobody called me for it. I get more like Instagram.
So you had people reaching out to you who weren't current clients saying that they loved it, but then not signing up for more.
Yes.
I guess that is a good piece of advice.
I mean, that might work for other people, but it just didn't work for me.
So with everything going on in the world right now, it's created a lot of change for fitness professionals. But for people who are willing to be innovative, there'll definitely be huge opportunities as the industry shifts. Where do you see opportunities for fitness professionals as the world's and industry pivots?
For me personally, I don't know in general, because this is like, I don't even know where we're going. You know what I mean? I have no idea where we're going. The future looks very uncertain. But for me personally, I want to continue doing online. Yeah,
continue the one-on-one online training.
Yeah, because I don't do group classes. That would not work for me.
Do you think there's going to be any change in how you market yourself online as a result of this?
It might be. I don't know yet, but it might be. I mean, I'm just learning as I go now with this new thing going on.
We all are.
Yeah.
So the last couple questions that I always like to ask are specifically on your workout routine. So what kinds of home workouts have you been doing yourself?
For my workout routines?
Yeah, for your workout routine while we're stuck at home, what kind of routine have you put together?
Well, I have learned to work in a very small space, which is my living room. And I'm becoming really good with bands.
Yeah, that's the first thing that I told all my clients to get. Everybody that asked me, I was like, the most versatile thing you could do.
I have one set of 10 pounds dumbbells and one set of 15-pound dumbbells. That's it. Everything else is bands. So I'm becoming really good at it.
That is definitely a lot less than I've seen you squatting.
Yeah.
Definitely playing around with other variables, maybe like 10-second negatives.
Yes, yes, yes.
What's been your favorite workout program that you've ever followed in your life?
Oh my goodness. You mean in terms of what? In terms of
I guess what you've enjoyed. So what's been your favorite in
enjoy.
terms of having fun in the gym? And then
Okay.
what has given you the most results?
Where I get the most result and I enjoy working is my back.
Yeah.
I love working back, but unfortunately my back is too big, I think. I don't want it.
Could never be.
To me, when I look myself, on my back, I'm like, yeah, just shrink that thing down a little bit. But I'm beginning to enjoy my legs workout because I'm very focused on my legs and my glutes. And I get very fast results on my arms also. And the least results I get is my legs, which is why I have to work harder.
Yeah. Everybody, when they first start going to the gym, starts with their upper body, and then eventually they give in or they learn something that teaches them that they need to start working their legs.
And to work your legs, you have to include so many different exercises. It's not just like one or two. People think it's just one or two and you're done. No, it's a lot.
It's been tough the last couple of months to figure out other things to do besides squats, deadlifts, lunges. I've been getting creative.
Because the basics are the best anyway. So.
Yep. Been doing lots of that, then adding lots of plyo, which I hadn't been doing until recently. So luckily I did learn a bunch of plyo type leg work recently, and I've been including a lot of that in my workouts at home.
Right. Okay, that's good. So you'll be working out too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. I'm doing the best I can. I have a couple medicine balls that I've been using, and then I have a few resistance bands. So I've been making up a whole lot of varieties of different workouts. Oh, I also have a TRX, which has been huge.
Yeah, I have a TRX, but I never use it.
Yeah, I have it strung up on a tree in my backyard, and it's
that's cool.
Yeah, it's given me a big variety of workouts to be able to do. Thank you so much, Michele. I appreciate you coming on. Is there anywhere that people can go online to find out more if they want to find out more about you?
Yes, my website, www.foreverfitwithmichele.com.
All right. Thank you very much.
Michele with one L.
Very important. Michele with one L. Thank you so much, Michele. And if you'd like to find out more about myself, you can go on thefitnessinfluencer.com. In addition, if you have questions you'd like to ask influencers in future episodes, reach out to me directly at joe@thefitnessinfluencer.com.